Я хочу хоча б, хоч би стіни залишилися, щоб було куди вернутися. І це всі так думають.
I don't know what will be next. Like maybe I need now some job, not education, because like I'm adult now and I can work for my family, for my sister.
Куди я їду, там більш-менш безпечніше.
My husband, he's in the army in the front line, and also recently my dad, and I would like to support my mom and my family, and I just want to come back to my home.
Home. We want to go home, Oha tells me. We want our homes. We want our soil.
One thing is very clear is that Ukrainians want to go home. They don't want to be permanent refugees. They want to be home in Ukraine.
Maya Angelou, the famous poet laureate, wrote, "The ache for home lives in all of us. And in all cultures, it is understood that home is where the heart is." The bombings in the cities in Ukraine have produced more than physical devastation. The very heart of family life, community, neighborhoods, and yes, the place once called home, for many have been ruined. But beneath the miles of crumbled and twisted mortar and metal are memories of home, memories seemingly eclipsed by the mocking, eerie silence that follows destruction, taunting over and over, "You can never go home again." In the face of what appears impossible, there is still the longing to return home, to return to familiar faces and places. These are the stories of their hope under siege. According to the April 11, 2022 edition of the U.S. periodical The Atlantic, the Kiev School of Economics estimates that 4,431 residential buildings, 92 factories, warehouses, 378 institutions of secondary and higher education, 138 healthcare institutions, 12 airports, and 7 thermal and hydroelectric power plants have been damaged, destroyed, or seized in Ukraine. With the daily shelling since that date, and with no immediate end in sight, those numbers have only increased. But these are more than mere buildings, airports, and factories. These are the places of business, jobs, places of learning and education, places that all make up home and home life.
Конечно, наша семья нуждается сейчас абсолютно во всем, так как я остался без работы, моя супруга осталась без своего бизнеса, который она только начинала.
Аеродром Антонов. Можна бачити, як сідає і піднімається в небо мрія. І ми вирішили, що вау, це те місце, де хотілося б жити, де хотілося б виховувати в майбутньому дітей.
Очень пугает эта неопределенность, безысходность, вот это насильственное смирение. Я пока не могу поверить, что я не вернусь к себе домой, что мой ребенок не увидит свои игрушки, которые куплены с любовью специально для нее.
Все хотят мира, все хотят спокойствия. Я тоже хочу этого.
Я хотіла б, щоб був мир у нашій рідній Україні, щоб там ніколи не було війни, і ми запросимо Бога.
А потім, як закінчиться війна, там вернутися, можливо, додому.
Можливо, вийде повернутися на Україну, або доведеться поїхати взагалі в іншу країну.
Я хочу доучиться, я хочу стати врачом в будущем.
For Ukrainians, young and old, the idea of returning home is a return to their future plans for education, or the job sought through many years of training, an ideal future of simply going back to the way things were. With so much destruction, going back to the future dreamt of by so many will not be possible. Nevertheless, there is still hope.
So regarding the future of Ukraine, I can share my dreams, my family dreams, my children's dreams, my friends' dreams, and dreams of Ukrainians. We want to see this. We want to see Ukraine flourishing, peaceful country again, back as it was before February 24, or even before the war started 8 years ago in eastern Ukraine, where people enjoyed the freedom. Probably that's the first thing people in Ukraine love and fight for, freedom. They enjoyed their culture. They enjoyed the freedom of speech, freedom of religion. We could have a lot of social and religious activities outside. In Ukraine, we enjoyed really religious freedom because there was even more freedom, and there is even more freedom comparing with some European countries. You can go outside and you can do any religious meetings without any permissions because it's a free country for free people. We had a great food. We have great nature. Just simplicity of life in many parts of Ukraine. Countryside with farmers, with natural vegetables. I remember the time of my children's school. They have so many friends there. They have so many connections. They have so many people whom they love, and they pray for them. I believe our dream is to restore that. But on this earth, we are not home. And we all going through different circumstances, even those who are in peaceful countries, are going through different challenges. We all have hope. And for those who don't know yet about this hope, I want to encourage you to learn more, to find out more about that true home, home of our Heavenly Father.
For millennia, the hands of man have produced war and destruction. In its wake, whole cities have been reduced to ruins, loss of life, destruction of property, and the most sacred of all institutions, the family home, have been attacked and subjected to unimaginable cruelty. With such a consistent pattern of history, where does one look for hope? The Apostle Paul tells us that there is a better home, a home that Jesus himself has prepared for us. In a letter to the Hebrews, we are told of the characteristics of this better home, and that those who seek it realize that they are but pilgrims on this earth seeking a better homeland. And truly, if they had called to mind that country from which they had come out, they would have had opportunity to return. But now they desire a better, that is, a heavenly country. Therefore, God is not ashamed to be called their God, for He has prepared a city for them. For many affected by this war, they may never return to the community, life, and place they once called home. But that is where hope comes in, the hope in a new home, the hope in a heavenly country, a hope that can never be defeated, even under siege. If you would like to learn ways to get involved, please visit hopetv.org/hope in action. Thank you.